When we first moved up here, and it was really small town, probably about 8,000 people total, but everybody was young. And we're trying to start in our first families, and everybody just grew up together in Allen.
It was a big family, and everyone was willing to work together for whatever, if it was for the school, if it was for the city. The community is what we had.
I knew that Allen was small, that it was going to grow. Our family was small. I knew it was going to grow, and I just thought that we could grow together.
We moved here in 1980, and I'm sure you've heard the story about the one flashing yellow light.
When we moved here, there was no trash pickup. There was no mail delivery.
Allen still feels like a small town. And it's a part of the forefathers before us.
I knew that things were going to happen for us in the future. I just didn't know when it was. I felt like we needed a comprehensive plan to guide the development of the community.
In 1985, the city was looking at developing its first comprehensive plan. So I saw an advertisement for it, and it said, hey, if you're interested, sign up, show up and all that, and I did. So we all got to talk and share opinions and things like that. Had a good time doing that, and at the end, we developed that first comprehensive plan, which the city won an award for because it was so good.
I think it was a pattern in Allen that, in my view, has held for a long time and still holds.
For the first time in our history, we had a vision. What do we want to be in 15, 20, 25 years?
We'd always review the comprehensive plan about every 4 years and try to get the citizens to survey to find out what direction they really wanted us to go. We need more parks, okay? We need more roads. We need more fire department, police department. That circle just kept going. Infrastructure, water, sewer. We based it all on the comprehensive plan and what people wanted. You have to start a fire department, and you need to make a decision if it's going to be a totally paramedic fire department or how are you going to operate the fire department.
It had to go with a full-fledged, and we wanted EMTs, we wanted firefighters, we wanted paramedics, those things. That's why it was so costly and so important to do at the time. And that was a major issue for the community for the future.
Allen took the best choice. The councils back then said, if we're going to make a fire department, it's going to be paramedic. Everything like that costs more, but it makes the city better.
Being ranked safest city in Texas with fire and police, that's huge.
Going through the process to do that and meeting the challenges that it faced with a lot of people's help to meet that challenge. Personally, it's one of the bright spots in my time with Allen City.
We tried to stay ahead in Allen. We tried to build the roads before they got there. So our theory was build the roads and they'll come, and they did. There was no economic base in the city of Allen at the time, but we were adding all of these services, which were good.
Everyone was kind of oriented to the residential side, fleeing Dallas to get away from the big city. So they were wanting a great environment. And I think Steve, myself, and Dave Bishop, we all felt like, the growth of the business community could enhance the Allen community. And so I think we all talked about, Allen was a great place to live, but it is also a great place to do business.
We all three decided as, basically independent business people that said we need to get involved in the city and try to, bring economic base and things of that nature to offset the tax rate.
That's what was so important about economic development is we need to get some of that development here so that we can grow that tax base to lessen the burden on our individual residential homeowners and stuff like that.
By mixing in the ad valorem tax base and increasing that, we saw a great quality of life could be achieved.
Having your EDC, your Economic Development Corporation, in a position to bring thriving businesses to town so we can have high quality things. Go look at the parks in all the neighborhoods. 85 miles of hike and bike trail within 27 square miles. It just continues to evolve.
We decided we were going to pursue retail. And boy, did we. We have the Village and Waters and the Outlet Mall, and we got our retail, and we are a destination.
It was intentional to do 121 the way we've done it. Allen doesn't have any car dealerships. That was something that was in play many, many years ago. And we know the reasons, because when you buy a car, you don't get any taxable value from that. It was intentional to do One Bethany West. It's been done, and it continues to move forward, that we're following that strategic plan.
Our strategic planning and our policies that we have in place currently, I think previous councils and mayors have done a good job, and that we've got the infrastructure in place for it to run well into the future.
If the citizenry feels like they're a part of the city government, and they're behind the city government and the school district, you get things done. Without citizen support, you're not going to get there.
Having citizens' input throughout the entire process of developing your city, moving your city along, evolving, I think is the most important piece.
It just makes you feel good to see that people can actually work together in a peaceful way and actually accomplish things that they set out to do.
People work together, the community feeling, that's what he promoted.
When you're involved, you buy in. You buy into something that's good. And then all of a sudden you make it great, you really buy in.
My approach has always been to do what's best for the city as a whole. I think it's really great, and I hope we always have open seats on the council.
The humility is strong because you want to make good decisions for the right reasons. And the right reasons is what's best for the city. And I think when you make those intentional, I think it's easier. Allen was good. Now it's really good. And to be a part of it is absolutely huge, because these are moments that I could not rewrite.
I just think that if everybody just carries on the traditions of Allen, Texas, and pays attention to each other, I think you'll always have a strong city of Allen, a strong school district, and I think it'll go on for many, many generations.